Do you remember that awesome DIY hat storage that I created and then it didn't fit in the spot that I had it in anymore because I got this cool free to me vintage bedroom furniture? Well, today we are going to make it again and resize it so it fits in the only spot left on the back of my door. All you need to create your amazing DIY upcycled hat storage are some pieces of rope, clothespins, and a length of a hollow copper pipe, or any kind of hollow pipe. So I have my copper pipe and I have a marker. I'm not really into, measuring with a tape measure if I don't have to. We just want this to be a quick and easy upcycle, I guess. So I'm going to open my door and take my copper pipe and just, line it up to where I think the length should be, and just put a mark there. There we go. And now I know where to cut it. So super simple. So I have my marked pipe, I have my lovely skelly, and now I'm going to go into the lovely tool closet that we just kind of made here beside our furnace and grab this wonderful metal cutting saw. So I put down this cool non-slip mat that I recently got at the thrift store, and it's just pretty, and it definitely makes things not kind of slip slide around. I have a trash can under here for any of the copper bits that might fall, and now we're just going to cut this to size. So I now have it cut to the length I want here, but you can see that it's not the smoothest cut there. I don't really care though, because I'm just grabbing a scrap of sandpaper and I'm just going to sand it. And it's definitely going to smooth that out. There we go. Doesn't take very long. And you see, it's nice and smooth. It's not cutting my finger at all. So I'm just going to sand it a little bit more to make it a little bit more even, and then we can move on to the next step. We're literally almost done now. We simply have to create our pipe hanger here, and to do that we need a piece of the rope that is about twice as long as the length of the pipe. And you can see here, to make my life easier, I taped one end of the rope to a chopstick, and now I am simply going to put the chopstick through the end here, and in theory it should pop out the other end eventually, right? So let's see. Ta-da! There it is. And I've just easily fed my rope through both ends. Now that I have my rope through the pipe, I'm just going to even up the two ends here and knot them together. And that's going to be how it hangs up. Very, very easy, very, very quick. And you can adjust it to whatever you want. But that's it. Of course, I'm going to trim this off so it looks nice. Now we can add the rest of the rope pieces here, which I have already cut to varying lengths, and I've knotted one end in a loop and just knotted off the other end so it doesn't all come unfrayed and apart. And now I'm just gonna put that around the pipe and put the end through the loop, and la, I have one of my hangers all ready to go. So you're going to put the rest of your pieces of rope on. Like I said, I like to do staggered varying lengths just because none of my hats are exactly the same size. And then you clip your clothespins to the ropes, and this is what's going to hold the hats on. As you can see, I just hung it up on a little hook on the back of the door here. La la! And there is my amazing hat hanger. And now I gotta go put all the hats on. So you can see here my hats are slowly but surely getting organized. I just have to be careful because they're all different sizes and shapes, and I still need the door to open. Plus I have all of this storage behind the door as well. If anyone is thinking to themselves, no, you're wrecking your hats by clipping them with clothespins. No, I'm not, because all of my hats have tags or an interior hat band. So that is what I use to clip them. And so nothing ever gets ruined. I've also had this kind of a system for a very long time, many years, in fact. Editing Sheri here. Those that have been with me for a while will absolutely recognize that copper pipe as the exact same one I used in 2016 when I made my DIY copper pipe clothing rack, and then I used the same copper pipe in 2018 to create the first DIY hat storage, and now here we are present day using it to once again make hat storage of a different size because I got new bedroom furniture. And my hats are still going strong. If your hat does not have this tag or like this interior hat band on it, you can really, really easily just put a very quick little loop stitch on the interior of the hat. It's hidden when you wear it, but it gives you something to grab onto if you're concerned about this kind of pinching your hat, especially if the hat is felt. It will get marks on this with this. So just stitch a little tiny loop. Easy peasy. How absolutely perfect is that? And so simple to do. And I have all of my hats in one place now. And I can still open the door and it stays open. So perfect. You don't get any more perfect than that. I actually shared a video that was all about my groovy thrifted vintage hat collection, so I shall link that down below for you. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.